I want to talk about a summer fragrance that's been so hyped up this year. I keep hearing about it day in and day out. And you know what that fragrance is? WAVECHILD by Room 1015. This is the first fragrance from Room 1015 that I've had the honor of smelling. And I'm not gonna lie, I really like this. One quick note too, I really like the packaging of this fragrance. Can you see that? The packaging is really cool. I don't know, I really like that design. The artwork is great. And the bottle design from this brand, I really like as well. It's very heavy, feels very nice and high quality. The colors are amazing. Here we go, let's get in some sprays here. We'll do 3 sprays because that's what I like to do. The atomizer is really, really nice. I'm very impressed with that. All right, here we go. Here we go. Oh, wow. Ooh. Right off the top, immediately, as soon as I smell this fragrance, I'm getting hit with lemon, orange, and there is a very nice, realistic, sweet, sugary watermelon note. Let's do one more spray. I'm gonna do a nice mic spray. I wanna smell this opening again. It's very nice, very uplifting and It's very uplifting and fresh. The citrus lemony note almost gives me vibes of Mancera Cedrat. I can't even speak today. Of Mancera Cedrat Boisé. That's how the citrus hits, but it goes away really quick and that sugary watermelon just takes over. The watermelon note dominates and takes over. I think it's safe to say that this fragrance, we'll say that the watermelon of this fragrance is definitely the star of the show. We can call this a watermelon fragrance, but it is much more than that. Wait, don't stop the video, the notes! The notes are as follows. Lemon, orange, ambergris, bergamot. I don't even remember, I forgot the notes. Coconut, amberwood, cocoa. There's some cocoa and Now the watermelon is sweet. This is a sweet fragrance off the opening, but it's not too sweet. The watermelon note in this is a little bit tangy to me. It's a little bit sour. There is also an aquatic, watery vibe to this. Like if you squeeze the watermelon, the water comes out. That vibe is definitely present. This to me is watermelon, not ultra realistic, but it's taken almost more in a sugary candy direction. The vibe this gives me is almost like a watermelon Jolly Rancher candy, possibly like watermelon Bubba Hubba Gum, if you remember something like that, but Jolly Rancher, that's kind of the vibe this is giving me. So the opening, you get slapped in the face with those citruses and that watermelon Jolly Rancher smell. It's very, very nice. Almost nostalgic, if you will. Yeah, wow. I think this opening is super unique. I'm not gonna lie, it's very unique. Now, as this fragrance starts to dry down a little bit, as it starts to fade, starts to settle, the watermelon, the sweetness tames down just a little bit and it gets a little bit more tangy, a little bit rindy. Is that the right word, rindy? A rind. The watermelon rind has that vibe to it. So overall, the watermelon becomes a little bit more tart versus sweet, but there's something else that emerges. Oh, and it's good, buddy. It gets creamy. This fragrance gets creamy from like coconut, and it gives it a summery beach vibe. It doesn't go quite tropical. It's not a tropical fragrance, but it gives you a very nice watermelon, summery beach vibe. The creamy coconut kicks in, but it gets even better to my nose. As it really starts to settle, it gets a little bit warm. And you know what that is? It's amber. There are very nice ambery notes that start to settle into this fragrance. So what do you get overall? You get a very nice, sweet, sugary watermelon fragrance, a little bit aquatic, and then it starts to tone down the sweetness. It gets a little bit tangy. You get creaminess from coconut, and those soft ambery notes kick in. That makes this, in my opinion, a very awesome, very, very modern blue fragrance. This is a modern take on the boring mass designer blue fragrances that are out there. I like this so much more than I was expecting. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I don't like watermelon. I don't like I like watermelon, smell, synthetic watermelon candy. I don't like actual watermelon. I just don't like it. It's like too sugary and sweet to me. I just don't like the texture of it. It's a strange one. That being said, I really, really like this fragrance. I think it's absolutely awesome. I really do. I think the hype on this fragrance was real. And if you've smelled this and you don't agree with me, well, that's your own personal opinion because this is subjective and everybody smells a little bit differently. But for what I'm looking for in a fragrance, me and Anthony, is something like this. Give me that bottle, let me smell this WAVECHILD. Give me a sprit, I'll do it right in the face. Ooh, this smells like kid shit. Who gave me this? I ain't gonna get chipped with this. I ain't getting chipped with this. You hear what I said? I said I ain't getting chipped with this. Get that mic out my fucking face. So the opening is a little bit sweet. Like I said, it's sweet, sugary candy. It leans a little bit feminine, the opening, but just the opening. As it starts to dry down and those ambers kick in and it gets a little bit tangy, I feel like it starts turning more masculine. So here's the thing. If you're getting sick of all the designer mass blue fragrances, when I say blue, I don't mean the color blue, but the blue style of fragrance, like Bleu de Chanel, Dylan Blue, Sauvage, you know, all your ball frags, right? All your shower gel smelling fragrances. If you're sick of that, then I think this comes in and takes those fragrances to the next level, to the niche level of quality and smell and uniqueness. Let's do another spray. I wanna do another good spray. The opening is so nice and citrusy. Who's messaging me? Better not be you, Pete. You know what? Every time I try to do a video, someone interrupts. I think this could be an amazing killer signature fragrance. I mean, yes, it might thrive in the summer months. WAVECHILD has the fruity citrus openings in the watermelon, but those ambery notes in here really makes this a versatile fragrance that I could easily see lasting all year round. You know, maybe not in the coldest of coldest months, but you know what? That freshness might lift your mood when you hit your depression cold months and you don't want to drive to work in 10 feet of snow like I do. So the projection and the longevity were pretty good. The projection's pretty good. This was projecting 4 to 6 plus feet. The longevity so far, I would say, was more moderate, a little bit light. I would say at about 4 hours. It started turning a little bit more skin scent, but it could be because this is a new bottle. I might have to let it macerate a little bit, but you know, just re-up on it. I kept reapplying it. Right now, it's nice and strong in here. It smells very, very nice. Let's talk about the price of this. I think the price of this is really, really good for the quality. This is the 100 ml, 3.4 ounce, and this comes in for about 155 US dollars. I think that's fantastic. I think the quality, I've heard a lot of haters ripping on this. I personally, the quality is there. I think the quality is high quality. I think it's very well blended, and I think it's masterfully done. And if this was my brand, I would feel 100% confident in this fragrance and really proud of this release. I really would. It's just very nostalgic. There's something about it. It reminds me of being a little kid, or like driving like to a beach with your parents, you know, or like running around the neighborhood in the summer as it's getting dark, having like water gun fights, playing tag, eating Jolly Ranchers, getting like watermelon gum. It just has that whole, it encapsulates that whole vibe of summer of my childhood, and I absolutely like it. It just brings me back to being a kid. It has the kid watermelon sugary vibe, but then it has enough adultness to it and uniqueness to it where it really works. I could see this getting tons of compliments. I really could. Out of all the recent fragrances I've bought, and I bought a lot of them, I have a lot of big hauls going on at the moment, this has been a major surprise. Originally I was like, yeah, you know, watermelon, I don't really like watermelon, so we'll see how it is. This one stood out instantly. As soon as I smelled it, it smells so fantastic. I'm gonna give this, on the official Fragrance Channel rating scale, a solid 8.5 to 9 out of 10. Like I said, it might be a little bit too sweet for some of you, but don't let that deter you, because the sweetness does kind of tame down a little bit as it gets ambery and a little tart, and the coconut comes in, the creaminess. What a nice surprise. Honestly, this is a very nice surprise so far. If you want samples of this fragrance, check out the Fragrance Channel Decants, my website. I'll link it down below. I'll package up some samples for you and ship them right to your door, or send a stork and he'll land it, and it might even come with a baby, who knows? If you're looking for a baby too, you'll get a baby and a nice new bottle of WAVECHILD by room 1015. I can't wait to check out more fragrances by this house. If you guys are watching, I'm checking it. Don't even send them to me, because I'm straight buying full bottles. I'm gonna go on probably after this video and order a few more. I can't wait. Sweet Leaf, I have my eye on. The logo, the font, everything about it, a nice cannabis fragrance. That's for a different video. It's for a different video. Right now, I'll tell you what though, my Chef Boyardee, oh, and it's hot in here. My Chef Boyardee ravioli is starting to boil, so we gotta go get that. Yep, see you later.